So this Washington Commanders player is ready to prove everyone wrong. Recently, this Commanders player took to social media to say, keep that same energy. I'm talking about running back Brian Robinson, as B-Rob is fed up with a lot of Washington Commanders fans' opinions on him. Let's talk about it.
The way that we live is not for everybody.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
How do you think the rest of Jaden Daniels' career is going to go? If we're, 6, 7 games into Jaden Daniels' career, and he's already milking injuries?
Stop saying my name, you dick riding bastard. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, and Shawty is the winner. You can tell that Shawty's love again now. She's confident.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about Brian Robinson responding to fans, critics that has been kind of changing their opinions on him since last season and the years before that. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. For make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so we greatly appreciate it if you haven't reached that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So I first want to start by saying this. Brian Robinson, we all love B-Rob, right? There's not a single fan in this fan base that has anything against B-Rob. The biggest thing that we want is to add to the running back room. It's not necessarily to just solely replace Brian Robinson, because he's a 700, 800 yard back, right? You don't want to just replace that production with anybody. You want to add to it. And with B-Rob, the honest truth about him is he doesn't provide us with that home run ability. We don't have a Saquon Barkley, a Jahmyr Gibbs, a Josh Jacobs, a guy that's going to command 20 to 25 carries a game at this current moment. So why should we not add to this running back room? That's how I look at it, right? Ja'Cory Crosby-Murray and B-Rob could be a damn good duo next season. This is going to be a running back by committee. You're going to see a lot of B-Rob. You're going to see a Ja'Cory Crosby-Murray, a.k.a. Bill. You're going to see Austin Eckler. And shoot, you may even see Chris Rodriguez. And at this point, that's how the running back room should run until we in the future get that real good bell cow running back. And also Deebo Samuel too, and your quarterback. 5, he's going to run the ball as well. And the thing that I have to understand with certain players, or should I say players have to understand with fans, is we always are rooting for you all. Because at the end of the day, we're fans of this W. We're fans of this team. So no one wants to come up here and say, oh, trade Brian Robinson, or oh, B-Rob's trash, this, that, and the third. No. We would much rather come up here and be like, okay, let's go B-Rob. B-Rob is killing it. You know what I'm saying? And for a time and purpose last year, that's how I was. Up until after that Ravens game. I said B-Rob is the reason we lost this Ravens game. Because we didn't have him. He was the only guy that had a physical edge to him. And I would have felt like been able to help us beat the Ravens that game. He didn't play. But then slowly B-Rob yards per carry started to decrease. His vision wasn't the best. It was holes that were open that he wasn't hitting. He was fumbling the ball. And it was falling off. After that Tennessee game, that was the last time I seen B-Rob had a real effective game. And I get it. Everyone wants to quickly point to, oh, it's not just Brian Robinson's fault. You know, the rush lanes aren't there. The run blocking wasn't the best, which is true. It's not all Brian Robinson's fault. But you do have to give him some criticism. Especially me being in the stands last year in a couple of games. There were times where it's like, B-Rob, you didn't see that hole? B-Rob, you don't have the elusiveness to bounce that out? Like, what's going on? So, no, it's not all on B-Rob's fault for the reason why the running game wasn't the best last year. But, of course, being the runner, you can't duck this criticism. You are, at the end of the day, the person that has the ball. Did Barry Sanders all the time have the best rush lanes? And I know I get it. I'm comparing Barry Sanders and Brian Robinson. I get it. It's crazy that I'm even doing that. But the point is like, They didn't have the best rush lanes all the time, but still found ways to produce. And it's not like you don't. You probably don't produce to the standard of some fans, but at the end of the day, 700, 800 yards production is still pretty solid, but that's solid enough to pair you up with someone else. And again, what I would love to say to like players, and I really hope they understand, is like, we are fans of the team at the end of the day. So when you're performing well, we're going to, root for you, be a fan of you, etc. But at the same time, we will be, in my opinion, fair weather if we was to just sit up here and glaze you and crown you this great running back or player if you're not performing up to the standard. Not the standard that you only withhold, but the standard that we withhold you up to, because you're a professional athlete at the end of the day. That's how I look at it. That's why some people be like, Juan, you're contradicting, or you're fair weather, because early on in the season you were big fans of B-Rob, and I'm just using B-Rob for an example, not necessarily just saying him only, but B-Rob. But now you want to say that he's not performing well. You're switching up. I mean, things change, and how would you guys look at me if I was to sit up here and constantly, just glaze B-Rob and he's not performing? You're gonna be like, Juan, he has 36 yards in this game, and you're still talking about him being top 10, top 5 back in the league, the best back on this roster? No, that's not. And that's just the truth and the reality of being a fan, right? We can't see the future. If I could see the future, then Brian Robinson probably wouldn't be hitting right now. Like, for all intents and purposes, him putting that message out on Twitter, I hope he goes out and ball. At the end of the day, that's all we want. Do you think fans want to get on social media and call out players and say this, that, and the third? No. We would love for Brian Robinson to break records this year, have a really good year, because that means not only that he had the successful season that he know he can have, but the team had a successful season. Again, we're regular people at the end of the day. We don't make the money that these athletes make. So spending $400, $500 on one game now, because our team is good, $400, $500 on one game, parking, season tickets, food, jerseys. We're not fair weather. We have the right to have an opinion. And right now, in some people's eyes, B-Rob isn't living up to the standard that he should. And that's okay, because he has one more season to prove if he can or not. And at the end of the day, I never wanted Brian Robinson replaced. I've always wanted to add to what Brian Robinson has already produced. Because think about it, man. Look at this backfield as it is now. Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler, Chris Rodriguez, Bill, a.k.a. Ja'Cory Crosby-Murray. You throw in Deebo Samuel as well. You throw in Jaden Daniels' his legs as well. And even Jalen Lane on some end arounds. It's so much you can do with this running game, this rushing attack this season, that it's going to be crazy. And not having a peer back, not having that running back one that's going to take 20, 25 carries away from somebody, that may be a blessing in disguise. Because we have so many different skill sets that we can utilize in that backfield. So running the running back room or the backfield by committee probably would be best for our offensive scheme. But at the end of the day, I'm rooting like hell for B-Rob. I hope he's good. I never want to hope a player is bad or hope that he gets traded or cut, released. No, that's not the case. But at the end of the day, we're fans. So we're going to be real. And we're also going to cheer at the end of the day. That's just what life is being a fan. It's short for being fanatics. It's going to have a bunch of highs and a bunch of lows. 1 week we're going to be super high on Brian Robinson. 4 weeks later we can't promise the same thing. That's just how life is, especially as a professional athlete. Now, again, this wasn't like no direct quote, so we can't make the correlation that B-Rob was talking about anybody specifically. But anytime professional athletes take to Twitter and they try to tweet subliminally or like not direct or indirect, we know what they're talking about. B-Rob's heard the replacement, you know what I'm saying, with Bill coming in. He's heard fans give up on him or change their opinion on him. And he's out to prove them wrong. And I hope he proves people like me wrong. And again, just to make it clear for the people in the comment section, I do not dislike Brian Robinson. I have no issue with Brian Robinson as a player. I hope he's good. I hope he finishes his career in Washington strong and even hell, earn a contract extension. But this current moment, I am happy at the running back room the way it is because we are now having more added to the pot. B-Rob doesn't have to have 20, 25 carries a game. And I think that's a blessing because it's going to keep him healthy throughout the year. You telling me Bill comes in, runs a 15, 20-yard curry, you know, for a 15, 20-yard curry, and then you could put in B-Rob that can get you 5.5, 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Oh, now you can put in Austin Eckler, dump it down to Eck, or hand it off to Eck too. Like, it's so this rotation's gonna be nasty because everyone's gonna be fresh and healthy. So if I'm B-Rob, I think it's a blessing in disguise, if I'm being honest. But let me know what you guys think about this video down below in the comment section. B-Rob says to Twitter, keep that same energy. And you know what, B-Rob? Hey, go out there and do your thing, my boy. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti, like, comment, subscribe, help to Washington Commanders on the road to 10,000 subscribers. So we greatly appreciate if you reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. See y'all later. No. Peace.
Never gave up on ballin' like I'm D-Sean, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a lawn.